Hello there, they call me Mr. E. In the last video, we explored the revolutionary life tale of Ernesto Guevara, but left without getting into the lessons of such a revolutionary life. Let's go through what I think are the most important from such an iconic revolutionary.
My name is Mystery. For reasons unknown, I have been thrown back into the past almost 100 years, and this is my story.
The ideal revolutionary. Che was not working class. He was middle class and well educated. Education, self-taught or institutional, is the grounding for one to express revolutionary enthusiasm and dreams. Learn as much as you can and test your ideas in a public forum. Che spent years of his adult life debating politics with his peers and reading important socio-political work and theory. He never planned to be a revolutionary. He simply recognized injustice in the world and yearned to rid it. His revolutionary beginnings came from invitation, not his own making. Travel to explore. Che travelled and gained worldly experience outside of his middle-class existence. He did not travel in luxury and mingled with the lower classes of Latin America. This forced him to empathize with their struggle in a world that he saw as unjust. This forged his will to fight for a world better for the majority, one free from exploitation. Take yourself out of your bubble and mix with people from other backgrounds and cultures. It might make you see the world differently and give perspective to the struggles of your fellow humans. Popular support. Success in the Cuban Revolution came down to not only the efforts of Fidel and the rebels, but due to the Batista regime and the US underestimating the influence of their presence and persistence. Che believed greatly in a rural basis for revolutionary uprising and thought the support of the people and mutual aid between guerrillas and locals undoubtedly wins revolutions. His view was that popular support for revolution is just as important as good guerrilla tactics and savvy political maneuvers. When Che experienced desperate circumstances in the early days of the Cuban campaign, he and his guerrillas were often housed, hidden, and fed by locals where they were operating. Che's Bolivian guerrilla mission failed in a large part as the local population were either against the movement or feared it. Harsh revolutionary reality. Che did not believe in the free press and allowing prominent figures of past regimes to remain in a newly created revolutionary society. He believed these elements would quickly undermine revolutionary gains as old powers and external influences were deeply entrenched in culture, and therefore was a strong advocate for violent purging and coercive control of key societal institutions. Che and Fidel worked to shut down media outlets which were critical or in opposition to the revolution. They executed many charged for crimes against the people of Cuba, a cover many of his critics saw as a means to kill off political rivals. Do you think violence is ever justified to achieve social change? Comment below and tell me your thoughts. What kills a revolutionary? Che ultimately met his end due to impatience and misplaced faith in others. Che left people at his guerrilla base camp who were not reliable. This led to premature conflict with the Bolivian army, which divided and routed his forces. This ultimately led to his capture and death after months on the run. His death was inglorious and unbefitting the legendary figure that he had become. Prior to this, though, Che had insisted on continuing his revolutionary struggle in the form of guerrilla warfare without delay, as he believed he was getting too old at age 38 for combat. This may be due to hubris and chasing heights of glory achieved in the Cuban Revolution. However, the lesson from this is that revolutions cannot be forced. Timing is key. Importantly, revolutions are not founded by chasing glory. Unity is essential. Infighting and disagreement between communists, old and new, and of different ethnicities, was the first and fatal constraint to Che's dreams of revolution, nationally and globally. The Bolivian Communist Party, who were institutionalized and unready to sacrifice their political gains, denounced the Cuban guerrilla force, despite its intentions to fight for social change that they also stood for. Even Soviet support for Che's guerrilla strategies to implement communism was divided and a continual obstacle for his revolutionary aspirations. The lessons from Che's experience is sectarianism and stark divisions on how to effectively achieve the same goal, i.e., abolish the exploitive and destructive forces of capitalism and imperialism, kills every global revolution before it ever starts. Disunity has destroyed more revolutions than any opposing force ever could. Division is the biggest enemy of the people, not the power of elites. Solidarity is something that needs to be embodied, not just talked about. In Che's own words, if there is no other basis for unity, the common enemy should constitute one. Simple, but so true. Revolutionary spirit. Che's greatest lesson is most possibly why he's so legendary. His exportation to the world of the revolutionary spirit. Che stated, "We, Cuban revolutionaries, cannot stop exporting an example as the United States wishes, because an example is something that transcends borders." His progress and defiance in the face of such power and against such insurmountable adversity gives hope to all those in the world who would dare to dream of true freedom. Ideas are what changes the world, not power. Ideas are bulletproof, and that's why they are dangerous, and Che knew it. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please like it and share it and subscribe for more. Please, there is much more to learn about the revolution. Remember, I am, you are, we are a mystery.